What's cooking, everybody? Dave Altizer here at NAB 2018, and we are with Blackmagic. As you can see behind me, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. So this camera has 4K up to 60 frames per second. You can record at 120 frames per second in HD. It does crop in a bit on the HD sensor when you're recording 120 frames per second, but that's still amazing. You can record all flavors of ProRes. You can record RAW, DNG at the moment. We do not have confirmation whether or not the Pocket camera will record ProRes RAW or not, but I am thinking that we will see a firmware update in the future giving us ProRes RAW, which of course is the brand new codec from Apple, which is amazing. We can go up to 25,000 ISO. It's a dual native ISO. I did not get confirmation that this camera has the same GH5S sensor in it or not, but I am guessing that it is the same. We're seeing similar performance, similar dynamic range, different types of things like that. One of my favorite kind of nuanced features about this camera is actually some of the button layout. They've put a record button on the front, right where your thumb would go on the grip. That's really designed specifically for YouTubers and people who are filming themselves a lot, which I think is really fascinating that they would do this and go to all that trouble. You can also reach around with your index and middle finger and push the focus and auto exposure on the back, which is just really cool. So you can just pick it up, nail your focus with your middle finger, and then nail your exposure with your index finger on the back. Really cool. The autofocus obviously is not going to be as good. You don't have any type of tracking whatsoever. There's no selfie screen, but the focusing they have, it just kind of locks in on the center of the image, and you just push the button. It's like a push AF, and it's okay. Like if you're just framing yourself doing selfie mode and you just push that autofocus, it'll lock onto your face fine. Another great addition is we have Canon LPE6 batteries in the camera, giving us roughly an hour of battery life, which is amazing. We've got a CFast card slot and a UHS 2 speed SD card slot. We can also record externally on a USB-C hard drive, which is amazing. So if you are recording an interview for like an hour or 2 hours, you can just plug in a 1 terabyte hard drive and record externally on that, and then when you're done, just eject it and plug it in your computer and start editing. Of course, we get the amazing super flat Blackmagic log image to grade with in post. I personally love the color science coming off of Blackmagic, and when you do proper grading with that flat image, the image can just look amazing. You're getting roughly 13 stops of dynamic range, and if you're shooting RAW, you can pull down your exposure and everything that you're used to with RAW. The RAW obviously is going to be pretty large because we're not seeing really a big compression with the RAW. It's pretty uncompressed. They've also upgraded the microphones on the camera, which is kind of weird to think, but potentially the microphones could be good enough to use without using an external mic. On the front, it's right there. If you're vlogging and doing stuff like that, just put a 7 to 14 millimeter lens. You can totally vlog with it, and it might be good enough. The bodies that we're holding are pretty heavy, and it's because the prototypes that we're holding are made of metal. The ones that will ship will be a lot lighter. It's like a plasticky kind of material. I hope it'll hold up. I hope it'll be rugged enough. We also get a full touch screen on the back and a really nice user interface. I personally think that the Blackmagic user interface is one of the most simple and cleanest interfaces out there. Of course, we get focus peaking, zebras, all the things that you're used to getting with proper video cameras, a full-size HDMI out. We've got a headphone jack, a microphone input, and the ability to put a locking AC power unit on it, something that you don't see typically. So you can plug it in and it's locked, so the AC power unit's not going to come out. I'm not sure what the sensor size is exactly. They were saying that it's 4/3, but if you know what it is, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm not sure what the actual crop factor is on the camera. Overall, I do think this might be the star of the show this year at NAB. It's going to be the talk of the town here in Las Vegas. I know I'm personally really excited to get one. They're not shipping until September, and because it's Blackmagic, we know that it'll probably take till December or next NAB before we actually can get them. They have a past of releasing things slowly. Hopefully they will stay true to their promises and ship it in September. Here's the kicker. This thing only costs $1,200 or $1,299. I can't believe how freaking cheap this is. This is half the price of a GH5S roughly, and it's giving us similar, if not better, performance. So anyways, I'm really excited about this camera. We can't wait to get our hands on it because it's going to be really popular. Make sure to stay subscribed and hit that notification bell. We're going to be uploading a lot of videos here at NAB 2018. Once again, I'm Dave Altizer. This is Kinotika. See you later.